Good afternoon and welcome on this most august occasion. Electors and guests, please find your seats. As specified in federal law, today, Monday, December 19th, 2016, is the first Monday after the second Wednesday in December, and the hour of 2 p.m. having arrived, the proceedings of California's Electoral-College for the selection of the President and Vice President of the United States are now in order. I am Ken Cooley, Chair of the Assembly Committee on Rules and the Chairperson for this portion of our proceedings. It is my very great pleasure to welcome you all to California State Capitol today to cast your votes for President and Vice President of the United States of America. Today's convening honors a process laid down by our nation's founders. Enshrined in the United States Constitution, it has been followed every 4 years across 240 years of the independence of the United States of America. This means that you on this floor personally have entered into a gallery of American luminaries who all served in a similar moment and thus share a unique connection to both our nation's remote past and its far distant future attainments. And for all of us, electors or not, today's solemnity and formality reminds us that in our nation, American greatness and American independence rests on a foundation of law, which safeguards individual dreams and dignity and the pursuit of happiness. Law and the rights and hopes of the individuals which it secures is not an afterthought, but is essential to the meaning and fabric of American life. This too is the heritage of which you, our electors, are today honored stewards. In 1852, when California first joined in a presidential election, our state had only 4 electors. More than a century and a half later, there are, of course, 55 electoral votes, which will be cast today. As you well know, you and your predecessors have played a very important role in selecting our American chief executive since the adoption of the Constitution. I want to thank you on behalf of all Californians for taking your constitutional responsibility to represent California in the Electoral College so seriously with your presence here today. Thank you very much. The oath of office will be administered simultaneously to all elector designates by the Honorable Alex Padilla, California Secretary of State. Secretary Padilla.
Thank you, Summerman. Good afternoon, everybody. I will forego a lengthy speech and just thank you all for your service on this historic day. May I ask all electors to raise your right hand. And for the office of elector for President and Vice President of the United States of America, please repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations.
We will now move to nominations for the office of Chairperson of California's Electoral College for the selection of the President and Vice President of the United States. The nominations are now open. Ms. Janine Bera of Congressional District 7 is recognized for the purpose of a nomination.
I am Janine Bera, representing Congressional District 7, and I am pleased to nominate LaFonza Butler as Chairperson of California's Electoral College for 2016.
This nomination requires a second. Susan Eggman of the 10th Congressional District, you are recognized to second the nomination of Ms. Bera.
I'm Susan Eggman, presenting Congressional District 10, and I second the nomination of LaFonza Butler as Chairperson of the California's Electoral College for 2016.
Are there any further nominations for the office of Chairperson of the Electoral College of 2016? Hearing none, nominations for the office of Chairperson of the Electoral College of 2016 are now closed. We will move to a voice vote to elect the Chairperson of the Electoral College. Is there any objection to a voice vote? Seeing and hearing no objections, all in favor of electing LaFonza Butler as the Chairperson of the Electoral College, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. LaFonza Butler, congratulations. You are elected Chairperson of the California's Electoral College for the selection of the President and Vice President of the United States for 2016.
We will now undertake the vote for President and Vice President of the United States. I ask the tellers to distribute the ballots. I will now announce the tally of the vote for the office of President of the United States. For Hillary Clinton of New York, a Democrat, ayes 55, noes 0. I will now announce the tally for the vote for the office of Vice President of the United States. For Tim Kaine of Virginia, a Democrat, ayes 55, noes 0. Electors, our next order of business is the signing of the official documents. Please remain at your desk while the deputies of Governor Brown collect additional signatures from you. The governor's staff then needs to review the documents for completeness. This process may take up to 30 minutes. Please do not leave your seat until everyone has finished signing all of the documents. I will let you know when you are dismissed. Christine Pelosi, you're recognized for a motion.
Madam Chair, I, Christine Pelosi, an elector representing Congressional District 12, here today with my daughter Isabella, present a motion before you. I move that as an electoral college, we do not normalize this election. We do not accept Russian interference in our election. We do not ignore possible collusion between Russian and Trump operatives. We do not passively let hacking drive the narrative of scandal over policy. We do not let the politics of personal destruction stand stop us from standing up, speaking out, answering our call to service, and making a difference. We must investigate this election. That is why I move that we, California's Electoral College members, demand an independent, bipartisan investigation into Russian interference in our election and steps we can take to protect the integrity of our democracy going forward.
Thank you, Elector Pelosi. This motion requires a second. Mr. Zaxon.
I'm Lawrence Zaxon, an elector from the 28th Congressional District, and I second Ms. Pelosi's motion.
This motion has been seconded. Is there any objection to a voice vote on this motion? Seeing and hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. After we adjourn, I want to ask the secretary, the escorts, and the tellers to come to the rostrum for an official photo. Once the photo with the officers is complete, I would ask that all the electors come forward to the area in front of the desk for the group's official photo. Electors, as we say in the labor movement, brothers and sisters, we have completed our business of the California Electoral-College and selected California's choice for President and Vice President of the United States. On behalf of the people of California, thank you for your service. I am ready to entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? It is moved and second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Seeing and hearing no objection, this body is adjourned. Oh. There you go.